really is.
I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, really bleeding. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
Greetings and salutations, many happy returns of the day.
I don't know why you do that.
I don't know either.
It's not a...
Because sometimes you just need a change, a pick-me-up, not a hey, whatever day it is.
Hey, you guys!
Yeah,
not that.
It needs to be. It needs to have a little bit more meaning. Yeah, and
pizzazz.
I'm still not confident enough to take like Doc used to do and just jump straight into a story.
But you don't.
I will one day, but
you need to do
right
the
now,
razzle dazzle, is what you're saying.
Yeah, there needs to be something because
Yeah.
you can't just go hi guys, because it just kind
You
of
just want the razzle dazzle.
yeah.
is
You
what
got
you're
to
saying.
capture them. You only get like 5 to 10 seconds.
I don't know what you're talking about. We've already wasted at least that much.
I know, but that's why we do what we do. 'Cause
I thought so.
we have time.
On our hands?
Uh-huh.
Well, time is on our side.
Time. No, Nationwide is on your side.
Oh, sorry.
Time is something completely different.
Sorry, my fault. It's
Now,
because
if you could save time in a bottle. Yeah, you're welcome.
You're welcome. Good job.
welcome.
I like it.
All right. Yeah, so we're
well
back.
done.
We should have been here yesterday, but
What are you talking about?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
What are you talking about?
Because you know damn well everybody knows they're not stupid.
We had a replay yesterday. I know. All right.
I didn't listen to the replay, so I have no idea what it was.
It's okay. It was the one where we talked about the guy that got married to his doll, the VR.
Oh, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
That was a good
Japanese guy gets married to the virtual reality pop singer.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Has the doll
And it
over
wasn't
his
going to
house.
be updated anymore, so technically it's getting ready to die.
Yeah. Technically, he can no
Or
longer be married to her because it's not a.
It's dead now.
Yeah, it's dead now.
That still makes me
Forever
laugh.
alone. That's what that guy is. Anyway, we do have a guest with us, and we should probably introduce him. Because it's he's just sitting over there like, what are these idiots doing? Just
I warned him. I warned him.
Clowns.
I gave him the link to the show. I'm like, you
Clowns.
need to listen
straight clowns.
to make sure. But
what we're here for.
he's still sitting here, so either he's a glutton for punishment or
Or he's good to go.
good to go. One of the two. Only the time will tell.
We'll figure it out.
Find it out. Gordon Porter is hanging out with us tonight, who is the host of. Well, don't tell me.
What?
I had it. I'm sorry.
Really?
And I was percolate because we were talking coffee,
Oh, yeah.
but it rhymes.
You can go ahead, please.
Yeah, but tell me your
Gordon,
show. I
please go.
apologize.
Percolating perspective.
That's it,
And let me tell ya,
perspective.
that rolls off the tongue.
Well, okay. No.
Don't even go
Okay,
that way,
So
bud.
just so we're clear, little brief thing about our show. So we're called Defenders Live.
The reason why-
Hold on. The website is doaeshow.com. There's a reason why it is doaeshow.com. That is because the original title of the show was Defenders of American Exceptionalism. And God bless him and rest his soul, Doc Thompson could never say that properly. So every time he would announce us or bring us on to whatever he was doing, he would have to turn around and say Defenders. And so we just went Defenders Live.
That's what
and
we're doing.
That's
yeah,
it.
From here on out.
Yep.
We had
Yeah.
to shorten it so that everybody else could actually work it.
So trust me, Defenders of American Exceptionalism has got you beat. That whole rolling off the tongue thing.
There's
You
more
do have
syllables.
alliteration, which is good.
Right. And you involve
That's right.
coffee right out the chute.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And you add podcast at the end of it, Percolating Perspective Podcast, it just pops.
Yeah.
You know?
it does.
There's a lot of P's there,
It does.
which means
There
that you'll
is.
be popping the filters
Right.
all over the place.
That is true. Got to have a de-esser.
Right.
At least
least
one.
one.
Maybe two.
Yeah.
If not 5.
Maybe two. So you've been doing this. Tell us a bit about your show.
Sure, yeah. So to kind of give you some backstory, I actually ran for school board here locally this past election cycle.
I'm sorry.
And my heart is for American education, American history in public education. But after running the race and getting involved and seeing everything that goes on behind closed doors, I'm actually glad that I lost the election. It helped me to realize that the things that I wanted to bring to the school board would have never happened. There's just so much red tape. There's so many issues. So the reason for the podcast is to bring what I wanted to bring to the school board public. So the whole idea is to take American history and American culture and to revitalize it and bring it to an entire generation of people who've never heard it. In fact, my last podcast, I briefly talked about that in the last election cycle, we had 10 million voters that voted in our election cycle that were either born on 1999 or after. And what that means is we had 10 million people vote that do not remember 9/11 or probably weren't even born for it.
That's-
They weren't alive when that happened. So
That's
they
scary.
don't remember a world without TSA. They don't remember a world without the Patriot Act. And
See,
it's our job to bring that to them and help them to remember that.
Help them to know.
Yeah.
It's like me watching. It's like when I used to watch the old stuff.
Yeah, no, I was flipping through some social media the other day, and because I was staying home with the oldest girl, and she something came up, and it was I know what it was. Supposedly Charlie Kirk and them had gotten a hold of another filming or whatever of 9/11. But it looked like, and I didn't see where, I didn't pay attention, I didn't listen. But it looked like it was like somebody from in Central Park or down one of the, not far from it, but far enough away that it could be. And it was just a completely different view. And I'm watching this, and the oldest, she's like, what is that? Why is that on fire? And I'm like, oh, this was 9/11. She's like, I've heard of that. I'm like, oh God.
Oh
man.
no!
Oh God. And she didn't know what it was.
Oh,
She just
man.
heard of it. And I'm like, oh yeah.
I've heard of it.
I said, she's like, why is that? I said, because there's a plane crashed into it. She's like, oh wow, that sucks. I'm like, you have no idea. Watch this. And just about that time, here comes the other one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go home now and start shoving sandwich cookies in my VCR just to get a little bit of nostalgia going.
Right.
Oh, I know. It's like, daggone it. I'm old. That was 20 years, 22 years ago. Well,
Yeah.
21
21. Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
It's now legally able to drink. It's been that long. 9/11 is now able to legally drink
Which it deserves.
and vote.
Yeah.
Which it deserves.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. We got people, serving in the military, graduating college that they don't remember it.
And I feel like you would think that something like of that magnitude you would kind of hold on to for a little bit longer than 20 years. You would think, because I remember 90s and 2000s. Of course, I guess now that I'm thinking about it, it did kind of fade, but the Challenger explosion, the wall coming down, all the stuff in the 80s. Like now that I think about it, nobody pays
That stuff is
attention to that.
technically now in the history books.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like
Technically.
it's
It's
so
like
long
a
ago.
it's like a blurb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
blurb,
Yeah.
and there's nothing else. It's like a one pager with the picture of a wall.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, some dude standing on it maybe, and that's it.
Yeah.
Nobody talks
Hasselhoff
about
standing on the wall.
it. It wasn't Hasselhoff.
Nobody knows where Berlin's at anymore.
Right.
Exactly.
Isn't that near Milwaukee? No, but it's just fascinating. After listening to her, I'm like, wow, y'all don't know nothing, do you? And then I talked to my oldest son. We were talking about something, and I made reference to Adolf Hitler. Some kind of
He's like, who?
He did. I'm like, they haven't taught you that yet?
No, not yet.
He's like, no.
He's way before that age.
I'm
bud.
like, oh, do I have some stuff you need to see?
no, you don't.
No, I do.
No, he doesn't.
I do.
It's like that Michael Scott bit. Don't say Nazi in front of the kids.
Yes, exactly. Nobody wants to hear anything from your Nazi war criminal grandmother. Love that show. Well, I mean, but then again, you're talking to the guy who, if and when my kids decide to accept Christ, I'm going to, before we fully go
Passion.
before the church, I'm going to make them watch Passion of the Christ.
The new one.
Yeah.
It's actually a really good one.
You're going to sit.
really good
You're going to
rendition, I'm just
watch all of this, and it's going to be kind of like a Clockwork Orange kind of thing. Eyes are going to be made to be held open. No. Look at this. Look at this.
Watch it.
Look at that.
Don't look at your iPad.
Yeah.
No tablets, no books.
That's what you need to see, because that's important right there.
Just so we're clear here, the new one is the Mel Gibson one, right? Or am I
Yes.
15 years
Yeah.
behind? Okay.
No, you're good.
That's the newest one.
Yeah.
Okay. I was about
They-
to start
after
stuffing
Mel
sandwich
Gibson,
cookies in
they-
the VCR again.
Oh no, you're
No.
good.
After Mel Gibson,
Okay.
nobody else wants to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't.
They did a good job on it.
Well, that you're never going to find an actor as committed as
As him.
Caviezel was.
Yeah, Jim Caviezel's amazing.
I mean,
He played. Not only did he play Christ, but he also went ahead and he played John.
yeah. Well, and then he's done other stuff since it. But I'm like saying, like, if you read into what he went through
Physically.
physically as an actor for the whole thing, I mean,
He went through.
Yeah.
He didn't go quite through what obviously Christ went through, but
He was pretty much a method actor at that point.
yeah, when not in deep, like he was. There was a couple points like he almost actually died. Like I think one was like hypothermia and a couple of other things because like he, I was like, wow, that's why they'll never have another one, because you're never going to find an actor that committed.
Give it 10 years, Disney will have a
Oh, shut up.
live-action version
Nope.
with Ketanji Brown Jackson as Christ. It's going to be a mess, I promise.
And that was Gordon Porter, guys. Welcome to the show. I appreciate you
everybody.
hanging out.
Here we
He's
go.
going now.
How
No.
dare you?
There you go.
No, you're right. No, well,
Greta Thunberg, I like it.
yeah.
Excuse me, Gunther Thunderstruck. What?
Gunther Thunder Thighs. No, I'm so sick of this, because here's the deal, and we actually, I believe you have a video that I sent you about that.
What?
About I sent it to you yesterday. Said it was for the show today because we weren't doing.
Oh, me?
Were you here yesterday?
Me?
Yes, I sent
Are
you.
you talking about this?
I sent you to you.
You talking about this?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we have it, but he doesn't have it.
No, and that's fine. No, I'm
I
talking
can't
about
do
you.
that to him.
We will. I mean, I don't know how
That's
long
true.
he's going to hang
We're-
out.
we're
but
gonna do it
My
to
point
you.
is I have a video, and we'll either play it here in a little bit, or whatever. At some point, we're going to play it before the show's over with.
Uh-huh.
But it's some allegedly. There's some. I don't know the name of the site. Brute is what it is. I didn't know.
Brute.
Yeah, but I didn't know. And basically, it's all of these these little girls of color that are being introduced to
Disney princesses of color.
to Little Mermaid, and everybody I hear keeps talking about this whole, oh, they are so wonderfully happy that they can relate and seeing themselves, project. Most of the picture, and we'll show the video, you'll see it. Most of the little girls that they show, at least in this video, are at the 5-6-year-old range, who just sees a mermaid singing and gets excited. It has nothing to do with the skin color. Guaranteed, they don't even notice. Guaranteed. Yeah. But everybody's making this thing, and people have said it.
For you later.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
That's for you later.
Well, it says you're temporarily blocked. What did it say that?
I don't know.
Are you temporarily blocked? What did you do?
It's
There
Skype.
we go.
It's the Skype rules. It's like, it's temporarily blocked. You can't do that there.
Anyway. But yeah.
Well, pandering can happen under the sea too.
Right.
But no, I'm just at this point where it's nice hearing people complain about it on, the black folks and, and Latinos and all that stuff, saying, hey, if you're going to do this, then make a story about us. Don't just switch it.
Don't just change it over.
Yeah, don't just do
They'll
that.
never notice. That's
never
what's
know.
going through the Disney execs' heads. Is,
Nobody will ever know.
Nobody will ever know. Well,
Nobody will ever know.
And they figure it probably is the truth, because if you think about it, how long ago was the original of the first Little Mermaid? 1992?
1990 something.
Somewhere around there, early 90s, very
You're
early
talking about
90s.
the Disney?
Yeah, the animated.
I was about to say, because the Little Mermaid?
Yeah, that goes back to like Sweden or Denmark or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
back
yeah,
in like
yeah, yeah.
1870. Nobody knows.
It was a cartoon. They did a cartoon of it.
But I'm saying, the
originally it was a seal on a rock. But,
yeah. Well, or a manatee in Florida, but you tell me. Anyway, but my point goes is like the original movie, the last movie anybody did of it was the animated from Disney.
Disney, yeah.
In the early 90s.
Uh-huh.
What happened in the early 90s? We were just talking about it with 9/11. None of these kids nowadays know what this is.
Oh, no.
They're just going, ooh, it's a mermaid. That's all it is. And then they're trying to turn around and use that narrative to go, no, look, see, these little girls are so happy to see themselves represented on the screen. I guarantee you, I'm not confident about a lot of things. I am 100% confident to the fact I would bet appendages of my body that them little girls have no clue. Never crossed their mind for a second. All they see is a mermaid.
Okay. Now, while you're here, okay, I want you to hear something.
Oh, God, he's going to torture both of us.
Yes, I'm going to torture everybody because our current VP was talking, okay?
There's a first mistake.
She was speechifying.
Oh, geez.
Terribly, as she normally does.
I was going to say, goodness,
And-
never done it right.
Let's just say she tries to give a reason for why they invested $12 billion into community banks. Community banks, okay?
Wait, say that one more time for those in the back.
The federal government decided to invest $12 billion into community banks. Okay? And so she wants to speak, and this is only 14 seconds. That's why we're going to play it. It's only 14 seconds. And she's going to give you her reasoning on why they invested in community banks. Check it out. Here you go.
Okay.
Okay?
So we invested an additional $12 billion into community banks because we know community banks are in the community and understand the needs and desires of that community as well as the talent and capacity of community.
Do you need a repeat of that? Because it seems like you're not. Hold on. Everybody's quiet. Hold on. Hold on. We'll
So we invested an additional $12 billion into community banks.
Right.
Because we know community banks are in the community.
Yes.
And understand the needs and desires of that community as well as the talent and capacity of community.
I couldn't agree with her more.
I mean, nothing she said
Communities
was...
are in communities.
That's what I was going to say.
Community banks are in communities.
There's nothing she said that was wrong there. That, I mean, I'm not a fan of the whole 12 billion. I don't know where the hell they got that from, but, there's...
It starts with an E and ends with an S and a G.
Oh, daggone it. Anyway. But no, I mean, she's right. Dude. Like Gordon said, community banks are in the community. It's almost like it's in the name.
I think, I don't know about you guys, but I find this profound.
You do?
Yeah, profound.
Profound.
Yeah, profoundly stupid.
Now, why would you say that? I mean, they're giving $12 billion to community banks because, community banks are in the community and know of the talent and everything.
It's cyclical logic. That's why I say that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
It has absolutely no logical understanding or representation. It only uses the word community bank 17 times to choose the fact that it's a community bank. It's a community bank because communities. Because banks are in the community, and the community banks that are in the community help the community by knowing who in the community actually know what they're doing with the community. So that's why we're investing in community banks.
So if you say community,
Well,
like
that's-
a lot of
yeah.
times, is that it?
Yeah,
The more you say community, the more it becomes like
it's real.
it sets in.
It's real. It's community.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's the reason I use regions, is because I live in a region.
Right.
oh.
Yeah. What region?
The region.
Oh.
And by being in that region, the talent and whatnot that goes in the region because you're in the region.
Right.
That's exactly right.
Wow.
You understand.
That needs 24 billion.
It is Florida, and that's a really big wall to build. No, I'm
True.
kidding.
That's very, very true. It's that panhandle,
Oh.
Hey, our immigration crisis is turning the state red. So
It's very. That's also
Well, yeah,
true.
y'all are lucky because y'all are getting everybody from straight up from communist Cuba.
that don't want it anymore.
Right.
Havana Unana.
Right.
Yeah.
I still love between DeSantis and Abbott. I'm like, yeah, send him up there.
Yep. Just go. Send them everywhere.
And everybody's all pissy about
Yeah.
it now. How dare they? I saw a thing where the White House press secretary, Jean Lapien.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, she was sitting there talking about trying to vilify them, saying how dare they send all of these children and these mothers and these people up, out of their state to all these places with nothing but their belongings in a Ziploc bag, no money, no nothing, no
Out of their state.
That's how they got here.
yeah. So you're gonna be pissy because they're not taking over, and you're
You're a sanctuary city and a
anymore,
sanctuary
they're
state.
We would have taken better care of them by using a Bayliner instead of an inflatable raft, but we sent them on a 747.
Right.
I mean, pick your
Right.
poison.
Right.
I mean, they got there quicker.
It's true.
That's true.
Let's be realistic here. That's a long way to go and a short time to get there.
Really.
But still, they just want to complain.
And they're thirsty in Martha's Vineyard.
I'm just saying, those cats out there, I'm surprised that they're upset that these people are there. Because now they have no reason to try and force their children to actually get a quote unquote real job because now there's
Now they
people-
have work.
Now
They have
there's people.
workers.
Now there's workers there to take over stuff. You don't have to cut the grass there, Timmy. Don't worry about it. We've got Jorge over here. He'll do it.
Yep. We got Juan, 2,
That's exactly
3.
Well, in the words of our president. Yeah, you can't walk into a 7-Eleven or what was the other 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts without a slight Indian accent. That was Joe Biden 20 years ago.
He clearly hasn't been in a Dunkin' Donuts around here
Right.
because I have not been into one. Honest to God,
That is an honest Southern accent down there.
down here or up here for you. Here is
Round here.
I think, and I'm really trying to think for a second. Every Dunkin' Donuts I go into, which is not very often at all, but every one I've ever gone into, not one person in there has been white, not one person in there has been Latino, nothing. Every one of them have all been black people in there, and nothing against it. I'm just telling you what my
That's
experience
just the
is.
demographic that's been working there.
Yes, at every one of them that I've ever been to, which is not
Very often.
Yeah, I'm not like cruising.
That being
through
said, this is Krispy Kreme town.
it is. That's why I don't frequent a Dunkin' Donuts other than like use their bathroom.
Yeah, I know.
The hot light is on.
So good. There's one just down. Well, I say just down,
Okay,
20 minutes.
so
away.
you're in the Floridas. You know the wonders.
And all of them.
You know the wonders of Buc-ee's.
Oh, man. So we actually don't have one in Florida. It's in Mobile. So it's within.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. You do.
You do. You're just not close to it.
You're on the wrong side of the state.
Yeah,
Over on 95,
they're all down 95.
there's There's one already open just near the border, and they're opening up another one.
And then
And I know because we went there at
Yeah, we did.
CPAC on the way back, and it was the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, we get gypped with Busy Bee on this end, which is basically the Dollar General version.
All we
Oh,
get
sorry,
is
dude.
Sheets.
Yeah, but Sheets is
Yeah, but it's not
okay.
Buc-ee's.
It's not Buc-ee's.
Like, I'm sorry, but
Buc-ee's is a Walmart with a gas station attached to it.
right.
With
And I-
amazing brisket.
Oh yes,
And
I had
fudge.
their brisket breakfast burrito.
Yeah, you did.
Ooh.
God, that was so good.
Yeah. I bought fudge for the.
Like if you don't know, if you haven't
the
tried their
girls.
brisket breakfast burrito, dude.
I mean, I'm sorry, but that, like, to me, there's something exciting about pulling into what is actually a gas station.
And seeing a line of grills that nobody
That's what I
could
was
ever
going to say. I'm traveling. We're driving 8 hours today. We're going through 4 states. And you know what? I know I will never use it. Can't afford it. But by God, I really want that grill.
I want that grill smoker combo right there, and I'm gonna
wanna-
get the chips for it too.
Yeah, I want to see how well does it hold up trying to drive through 4 states in 8 hours. Like, I hook that sucker to the back of the car, just hauling ass at about 80, 90 miles an hour down 95, and you see that sucker going down the highway.
When your business model is to make a big green egg a impulse buy,
Right.
hey,
That's
you
it,
got something going right.
right?
All they need to do now is start doing selling fireworks.
That'd be amazing.
If they sold fireworks,
They probably do.
and I mean good ones, not this BS
Oh,
crap of like, look, here's a black cat.
It'd be a one-stop shop.
Snap. Right. It would be the greatest building ever.
Just make sure to keep them on the other side from the gas pumps.
Why? They're not
One
lit.
big
That takes the fun away from it. Dear God.
They're not lit. What's
if
the
you're
problem?
if you're not rolling the dice when you pull up to a gas pump, you're not living, my friend.
He walks out with a lit cigarette. What are you talking about?
Adam W. Justin over on Twitter, it was only 50 people. And what DeSantis should have done was gotten each one of them a 2-week stay at a hotel there. Can you imagine them arriving and having paid for a place to stay so they could be booted out?
That'd have been best.
That would have been great.
Yep.
Like a kind of an all-inclusive thing. Uh-huh. Here, guys, you have 2 weeks to get your junk together.
Yep. Oh, by the way, speaking of deporting people across the states, did you know that we hit another record?
We did?
Yep. Brand new record high
the
of
country or
yeah, the country as a whole.
Okay.
Of illegal immigrants crossing the border.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, brand new record high this month.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going to be good at something,
You just need to be the best.
it doesn't matter what it is, we can still say we're number one.
We're number one, even though we're only beating ourselves.
America first, baby.
Right. America's number one, and don't ever come at me, bro.
All right, I know you haven't actually said much.
Come at me, bro.
So you technically we have a whole nother half hour. Would you like to stay?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it.
You going to pause it?
Yeah. Pause.
Pause. All right.
Woohoo! Okay. All right, we got like 3 minutes.
So if you have to pee, now's the time.
Now's the time to go pee.
I think I'll take you up on that.
There you go. You doing the podcast, not used to it.
Like, thank God.
Oh my God, coffee.
Oh, my God. Come with me.
I don't get it. James, I've got to cut you out on this, bud. I get like you just want to.
You're not recording, so he can't hear you.
Well, he can because he does the vidya.
Oh, that's right. My bad.
James, the Betty Boop thing. I don't get it, man. That's not like it doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, he ain't wrong. Here.
You're gonna send that to
I'm
him.
gonna text it to him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. Dylan's got a true story he's sending you right now, just so you
And you're gonna like it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Go on,
Dee,
text.
dee, 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 dee.
Quiet.
This is Defenders Live.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Am I wrong? Like that was like
It's very true. It's real.
The picture is real. Like
Struggle is real.
You can't pick out Mjolnir. You can't pull a sword out of stone. You damn sure can't pull 2 5-gallon buckets apart.
It's very, very true. Especially when they're squished completely.
That's what I mean.
Completely
It
sealed.
Doesn't work.
It's
that
hermetically
way.
sealed.
It's so tight, COVID can't get in.
Can't tug on Superman's cape. You can't spit into the wind.
There's so many that just came after that. I'm not.
Yeah, I
even-
know. It's fine. It's what we're. Oh gosh! So we're live tonight. We got Gordon Porter with us. Percolating perspective.
Yeah.
Bingo.
See, I got it right without even thinking about it. What are you
Shut
doing?
up.
I only heard it once.
It's been a day. It's been a day.
The Percolating Perspective podcast, which you can find where?
You can find it at Apple Podcasts. You can find it at Spotify. You can find it at SoundCloud. You can find it really anywhere podcasts are sold.
And it's
free.
drop new episodes drop Monday, from what I'm told.
That's right. Monday at 6 o'clock in the morning every week we'll have a new podcast drop.
At
you go.
6
a.m.
o'clock in the morning?
Oh yeah, it's get your early morning commute in.
Right.
Wow.
Get a brand new one once a week on the Mondays.
That's right.
That's fine.
That's early. Gordon, we can't say nothing. But
Yeah, we can't really say much.
But that's because he works for a living. I mean,
James over on Twitter, and I thought that Dylan Lyles was going to text me. Dude, I don't have your number.
We don't know your number, dude. Don't
No.
send it over Twitter. That's
Yeah,
not
that's-
a good, don't do
yeah.
that. Don't.
Highly recommend that
James, do not send your message. Do not send your number over Twitter.
No, he will. He'll send it through private message.
It'll be 8675309 is what it's going to be.
I know.
That's what it's going to be.
Anyway. So,
Yes.
since you're going to hang out as you get to tolerate through this.
Yeah. Okay. So we have a couple things. I think we need to address this. Okay.
We do.
We need to address this. So you don't know because you're not from around here, but the Fayetteville, North Carolina, otherwise known as Vietnam. You know, big military
state.
town,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fort
Big-
Bragg of Pope Air Force Base.
all that stuff in there.
All kinds of stuff over there.
They recently had a thing that they posted on the Facebook.
Yeah. The Fayetteville Police Department 2 days ago.
right. And you can you can read this off. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm going to. Don't tell me what to do. You're not my real dad. They had a gun buyback program.
Oh boy.
Okay, now
Gun-
I'm just going to
gun
read.
buyback, yeah.
I'm just going to read the first paragraph.
Okay.
Okay, there's all the context you need of this.
Right.
If there's not a personal pan pizza involved, I'm out.
Oh, it's going to be better.
It's so much better.
So, and you're going to need to send him the picture, by the way. so
Oh,
he knows what
okay.
we're
I
talking
gotcha.
about. Out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, as a result of the community's. Hold on. I feel like I need to do the super. As a result of communities participating in surpassed our goal and successful gun buyback program today. Anyway, 174 vehicles came through. We took 340 guns and weapons off the streets. Okay? 340 firearms,
Right.
guns, weapons
Et cetera, et cetera.
are now off the
the
streets. Thank God for that.
Small miracles, right?
You know, because Fayetteville is very no.
It's notorious
Gordon,
for
you need
violence.
to really look at that picture really well. Be
Holy
quiet. No.
smokes.
Be
Don't
quiet.
just
But look at it very, very closely.
Now, for all of you on the vidges,
Here is the picture of their pile of firearms.
Yes. Now-
and that is a rather hefty pile.
And I'm going to tell you that this is already zoomed in, so you got whatever's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But I want you to take notice of something, everybody out there.
If you have the time.
If you haven't seen this photo, this is the collection of weapons that they've gotten. Their hefty collection there.
First off, I want to say they appear to every single one of them be of the rifle.
The wooden stock,
The solid,
rifle,
what I was gonna say,
solid-
the assault quote unquote style,
The-
weapons that
No.
the first category of that, which is something you hold against your arm, because pistols don't count as that. You know that.
Right. But not
These are all.
assault weapon though is black and scary weapon.
There is one right there.
There's one.
There's one with a stock that's
I see that
black.
it's in the center. It's kind of hidden.
Now,
Everything else is wooden though.
if you look at this closer,
Yeah.
and I do mean much closer.
Now, here's the deal, right? So everybody that's there, if you're looking at the screen, I want you to zoom into somewhere to the bottom left. Bottom left.
There's kind of two.
There's two guns on the floor
Side by side.
There's a bottle of water right behind it. Okay.
Right.
You want to look at the gun that's the second one. Okay. You want to look at the
the
second.
one
gun.
closest to the water bottle.
Closest to the water bottle, and I want you to.
And you know what? Let's do this, Gordon. You were able to pull this up.
Yeah, you can see it.
You've zoomed in on this.
What is it?
You looking at the gun we're talking about? Do you notice anything odd about
Is
that?
there something
that
weird,
particular,
odd about that gun?
that particular gun?
Yeah.
Anything at all that you notice?
Just want to say.
Well, I gotta tell you, it looks like you've got a precision barrel, and you've got a more, a wider spread barrel.
Yeah, so you're saying
for better clarity, it's a double barrel shotgun with one of them,
side is sawed off.
and the other barrel is not.
It's like somebody intentionally sawed off one barrel
Just one,
so that they could double pump and get a burst and a burst in a single shot at the
You
same
just put
time.
your finger in the one you're not using.
Right, exactly. And then underneath that looks to be either a 22 or a pellet rifle.
It's definitely a 22.
Okay?
It's 22.
Can I just say too, this does not look like 300 something firearms.
No, it doesn't. If you also look in there too, you will see an actual. Now, obviously, it might be a remake, but an actual muzzle loader
Yeah,
and an
muzzle
actual
loaded
musket.
Yes.
A real musket.
Yes.
Okay.
And these are supposedly confiscated from.
They were
These were
buybacks.
buybacks. This was the
Oh, I see.
the community
Cash for
said,
clunkers.
"Oh, you know what? Yes."
The community in Vietnam got together and sold their guns back to the
Because they
Fable.
wanted to do the right thing and
Yeah.
keep firearms and assault weapons off of these deadly
Off the
streets.
streets, right.
There's one other thing I do want to point out about these weapons, if you're able to see this. And James over on Twitter did tweet that out for us. I've got it on our Facebook if you need to go back and look if you're listening to the
Right,
podcast.
right.
But if you look at these,
What?
there's so
Spit
much.
it out.
I'm sorry. I
it out. Go
it
ahead.
all just kind of grabbed me
Yeah,
again.
yeah, okay.
They're all shotguns
Yes.
for the most part.
Yeah. Yes.
There's a few bolt actions.
There's a couple
there's a couple
bolts.
22s.
A couple rifles.
If you look, actually, the shotgun at the very, very top of the pile.
Yes, that one.
That has got so much tape on the stock, up by the handle, even wrapped around
It is
the
li-
barrel.
That thing is gonna fall off the moment it gets fired.
Now you know
Somebody used that as a golf club. Is what
the
they
streets of Fayetteville, North Carolina, are now
safe.
safe
100%.
because these dangerous, constantly used, clearly.
Obviously.
Assault weapons are no longer in the hands of criminals or have the potential to be in the hands of criminals.
You know, the stock of this one, like, I know people can't really tell, but this barrel over here.
That's
on
the musket.
That's the musket. Then the far right.
Yeah, that one right there.
That looks like a piece of. If I was just looking at it, I would say that
It looks like a cue stick.
that's a cue stick. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pull stick. That looks like a pull stick. That's exactly what it is. It's a pull stick. No, it's a barrel load.
Yeah, and
But
just above it, you can see the muzzle loader.
Yeah,
of
the muzzle loader,
another
the other
one.
one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know,
And
But,
you can see the one with the muzzle load that actually has the stick still on the bottom of it, so
Yeah.
you could.
yeah. But I'm just saying, this is put out there now.
Yeah.
All joking aside, This is actually not all joking.
This is all joking.
So
When we
I
talk
found that. So here's the deal. So again, I was scrolling through Facebook, and this was posted by the North Carolina Firearms Coalition.
Yes. Right.
Obviously, very pro-gun.
Yes.
And there was
And they're like, what the heck?
pretty much.
Right.
Now, a majority of the comments that I saw on theirs
Yes.
were all jokes. You know, stuff to the effect of that there is no way that these guns have seen sunlight in 40 years, let alone caused a crime.
That is very true. I mean,
You
that's
know,
not even a joke. That is an honest statement.
Yeah.
One of them asked, what episode of Antique Roadshow was this? I mean, some really good stuff.
It's amazing.
Really good stuff. And I neglected to have it pulled up now, and I apologize.
No, that's great. That's
But
great.
no, so I was like, these are funny, and I was thinking of some myself, and so I decided to take the whole thing, because what I tend to do for our show is I'll just steal the picture itself,
Right.
Put my own caption to it or whatever, and
Right,
I go.
yeah.
I did the whole thing,
The whole article.
from
top to bottom, yeah.
from Fayetteville Police Department, and
And we've gotten comments.
the comments have not stopped all day long. And sadly, they're of a little bit different of an angle.
Yeah, they're a bit scary.
Clearly, no one has realized the irony. That one, okay, again, looking at said picture, it looks like a junk pile. Why? Because it just goes to prove that the people in the surrounding area, and the surrounding area of Fayetteville, by the way, none of these guns were inside city limits ever.
No, these were all out
They
in the
couldn't have been.
woods.
This was, St. Paul's. This was, Rayford.
Yeah.
This was all of these small little communities out and around.
Which obviously you know from being
Yeah, he
from
totally
Florida.
knows that.
You know this, right?
Right. He totally knows that.
I did live in Charlotte for a little bit. So.
Oh, okay. Well, then you still you don't know, but I
Then you
understand.
still don't know.
But thank you for playing along.
Yeah,
But no,
absolutely.
well, it was from all these people who live out in the country.
If
you
we said
realized
Murfreesboro, then maybe, but
Murphy who?
exactly.
Murphy Brown, Pineville. But when you sit here and you go, these people are actually genius, because they're like, the police department says
It's a buyback.
We're going to buy back all these dangerous weapons, and every single jackass around
Just
the
said, oh.
Fayetteville area said, we could get rid of our crap.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they did. And then I guarantee you a majority, maybe not all of them, but a good chunk of them took that money and went and bought something newer and better.
Right.
Guaranteed.
Yep.
It
Guaranteed.
looks like they dredged the lake where Glenn Beck supposedly had this boating accident and lost all of his firearms.
We had tragically
we had a problem like that too.
We hit
back
it
in the
too,
back,
tragically.
back
I
in the
wonder if
day.
our stuff's not in there.
It
as
might
well.
be.
But it was just funny.
We need to take another look.
We need to. We need to
Yeah.
dig in there deeper. No, it was funny because, again, seriously, people were.
But his are more antiques than ours.
They are,
I
yeah.
know.
His are
It's-
classics. Ours is
That's
just
true.
crap. Like I thought that
Most of them
shotgun
are.
with the tape on it might have been mine, but it's not. I don't use black tape. Anyway, no, but it was funny because almost all of the comments on our side of things were,
Second Amendment rights.
yeah, these people are idiots, and it was all very serious. And I'm like, do you not seeing this?
Do you not see the joke in this?
Where did you not? I mean, I get that you read it and all, but are you doing?
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
You're
Look at this.
just-
It's amazing. Have you
You're
seen it?
missing the good part. And the good part is there literally is a pile of trash. Now, some of them probably work, and with a little bit of cleaning, other ones will probably even more would work. But it is not near what the whole point of the gun buyback thing was.
But it's perfect.
I just thought it was genius.
It's the perfect use of a gun buyback program.
It is. Let the government buy you a new gun.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's basically what happened.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I liked it.
It really is.
Oh, James over on Twitter. Technically, a musket is a weapon of war.
Yes, and so is a cannon.
Yeah. But they were smart enough to keep those.
But they're only one shots, buddy. They're one shots.
So is the musket.
Single shots.
So is the
That's
musket.
what I'm saying. They're single shots.
But I'm just saying.
And when it takes a minute and a half to reload.
That's why you have to be accurate.
Is it possible that there was a Remington 870 museum down the road that donated all this to?
No, but again, if you know, especially if you ever been anywhere if you've gone anywhere south of actual Fayetteville, you kind of look at it and go, no, somebody cleaned out Grandpa's closet.
That's what it is.
That's exactly what that junk is. Grandpa died.
And
left him
he didn't keep his guns very well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they were just like, oh, we got all grandpa's. Oh.
But I'm just wondering how we got all the negative people.
I don't know.
I was rather upset by that.
That was good. It was
Because
good
I was like,
comedy,
this
though.
is
Like,
funny.
We had a bunch of negative Nancy's, man.
We did. You know, like one lady, this is truly laughable. Did you make them register to sell them out to you? Just wondering how many criminals came forward. And I mean, I'm not saying that anything that they said was wrong. I agree. Mm-hmm. But wow. Apparently, our fans have like as much as we try to joke about
they're
things.
committed,
Apparently,
man.
their life is dismal when
They're committed.
they could be on our page and go, "Wow, that's sad."
Yeah. I
If
mean,
these were criminals, it was MS-12.
Right. MS-31.
how you doing, Bernie?
That's right. I know.
Oy vey. All right.
So funny.
Oh.
I was looking to see if they had anything. Like no.
Okay. So that's your local news
That's
for
so
the night. That's
sad.
that's all your local news for the night. It's just.
Yeah, my buddy over here just hold on. My buddy just texted me over there. He goes, the local deer are praising the police department for buying back their guns. I said, but that's what I put on Facebook. I said the deer in Fayetteville area are sleeping well tonight.
Right.
That's all it
It's
is.
not true.
No, because I know how the drivers are.
Yeah, they're really bad.
People at Fort Bragg don't know how to drive. That's
Okay.
all I'm saying.
So you know about the Californias, right?
The Californias?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Californias.
yeah.
I do not know.
The Californias.
They're going so broke with the power outages you can't afford the extra accent. I
right.
mean,
You can't. There's
the
no
syllable
I anymore. They
Yeah.
can't afford it. It's
They had to sell it
it's
off.
California now.
Yeah.
Well, an eye for an eye.
Right.
See what you did there. That was
He's got to
good.
put one in there. All right. So, the governor out there, Gavin Newsom, he signed a bill into law. It's AB 351.
I bet you he can't even say that.
He's smart enough. Enough.
I don't even believe he wipes his own butt, but go ahead.
That's because he pays somebody to.
No,
do it.
I don't think he knows how. Go ahead.
Maybe
Keep
that's what
going.
the French laundry is.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, wait, real quick.
Okay.
Adam W. Johnson over Twitter. The best meme you guys could have done with that picture was have hashtag arm yourselves along the bottom.
Oh, that's very true. It's very true. That is our hashtag. You didn't do it, did you?
Malone
Yeah, that would have been good. Anyway,
He's
sorry.
got that on his arm.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yes.
It's up there.
There you go. Hopefully
Yeah.
that's your trigger arm.
No.
This is my trigger arm.
Oh, well,
Works.
yeah.
Be
Either
the
way.
people in one side.
Interchangeable.
Yep, it works. So he put into law on the 18th something that enables Californians to go even greener.
Okay.
Even greener than where they are now.
I don't know how they think that's even possible. I mean, you can't go. Hold on. How does a state expect to go green?
No.
No, listen.
No.
How can a state be considered attempting to go green when they have brownouts? And
Mudslides.
well, no. They're like most of the mudslides are up north. That doesn't count. Like a majority of the state is turning into Death Valley.
It's very true.
They can't contain any. They
they
don't save any of their water. They don't do anything like
They
this.
dump it all into the oceans.
Right. They don't save or conserve anything. You're going to tell me that no, that's a.
Yeah.
It can't be green.
No. They
have no water.
No. He put a bill into place that'll make it easier for people to be greener.
Okay.
It'll be so much easier.
How's that?
See, AB 351 is a bill that enables Californians to turn human beings into plant food.
All right.
What the? Hold on.
So we're spelling peat moss a little differently these days.
Yeah.
Hold on. That was good.
ETE. It's very good.
That was good, by
It's
the way.
well done.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So California has hit Soylent Green.
Yeah, I know.
Why didn't you have me prep that? That would have been great. To have
I can't know
Charleston
because I
Heston.
wanted the choke.
Son of a bitch.
I wanted you to choke on your coffee. That's why I waited until you took a sip.
Soylent Green is people.
If you haven't seen that movie, oops, spoilers.
Spoiler alert, a 70, 60-year-old movie.
It's like 90 now. What are you talking about?
So I need some context here. Is this legit?
Oh, yeah, this is completely legit. Okay, so the AB 351. See, what this does is it allows people to be composted.
Okay.
Not even a joke.
Are we going to compost the streets of Los Angeles too?
No. So what previously would have constituted as improper disposal of human remains under law.
Okay.
Okay. See, prior to this, doing this would be improper disposal or, abuse of human remains is whatever under law. And so it qualified as a crime, will now be able to be practiced and permissible completely, no problems under reduction chamber manufacturers. Now, if you don't know reduction chamber manufacturers, it's like a hot box for a body
Gotcha.
that slowly compresses over time and turns it into compost.
So you too can fertilize Nicolas Cage's boxwoods.
Yes, you can. Yes, it's very much like there's actually a company out there who, instead of burying you like normal in a coffin, they put you in a giant pot with a tree. Like they put you in a bag, basically, with a tree, and your body is at the roots. And so
As intriguing as that sounds.
they plant a tree with you as the base feed for said tree.
Do you get to pick the tree?
Yes.
I mean, that's definitely a California idea, but
I'm just like, hold on a minute.
Right.
This whole thing. What previously would have constituted improper disposal of human remains.
We're not even past the first sentence.
So,
here.
but that's what I'm saying. Right there means that there are people who bitched about this.
Yes.
You realize this, right?
Yes.
There are people in California who went, well, why can't I use whatever to do
in
whatever?
all fairness, to be fair.
To be fair.
It's been a while.
I know. But I should have used it, so I had to.
To be fair.
In North Carolina, all you have to do is dial 811.
That's true. You don't have to.
You don't
call.
have to do anything.
If
else.
that's if there's a death or a murder on if someone
Property.
dies on your
Before you
property.
dig.
Right. You just got to call before you.
That actually is law.
Complete law here. You don't have to call the cops. You just got to make sure that you don't dig into a line, a gas line,
Or
power line,
an
etc.
eventual possible line.
Right.
Yeah.
So I
I
mean,
can't tell you how many times my internet has gone out because of an accidental funeral.
Oh no, you're in Florida. I can pretty much guess.
I can understand.
I can guess.
Most of it's above ground. That's
Probably
the problem.
I was gonna say probably not as often as here, but yeah, no, I can guess.
Yeah. They pipe all our internet in from Fort Lauderdale, which is,
Great.
the world's largest nursing home.
God bless them. Well, they're not using it.
That's true.
But it's just silly.
Internet, what's that?
What's this electric mail you speak of? But no, it constituted improper dumping of human remains.
I remember a time.
How, again, the only reason this could have gotten anywhere is because there was a large enough group of people
That complained.
who somehow had human remains.
Or they themselves would like to be composted.
No. I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it.
Okay.
I truly don't. As many hippies that live in California, I don't believe for a second that there's that big of a the whole I want to
I know
be
what it
tree
is.
food is that niche of a thing.
I know what it is, though. I know what it is.
It's the cartel.
It's the cartel. It's also very posh people wanting to get rid of the homeless.
Oh yeah, that too, probably. It's probably the city going, God, we can't bury all these people. Potter's
gonna
graves
do?
are going to fill up quick.
See,
But see, that's the thing is how is it that you can do that with people? You have no problems using people as fertilizer, but God forbid you actually clean up the poop in like San Francisco and use that to fertilize someone.
Actual fertilizer.
Yeah.
Right. Kind of the way God intended it to go.
yeah, it's fertilizer. For those on the vidya, this is the compound that they store these
Would be plant food?
decaying boxes of people.
Oh, and I love how one of them is a service member. There you go, over in the back.
Yeah, one's a service member. It's
Got the
just
flag on the coffin still
Yep,
or on
yep.
the box still.
Yep. It's just a 2 by 4 box. Yeah,
Something like
2 by 4
that.
by 4 box
The way again,
to compost a person.
the way I figure all this is of all of the problems in California,
Yep.
that's the one. That's the
need.
one we needed the solution for
now.
right now.
Right now.
Couldn't even touch a recall on their horrible governor.
Right.
But-
No, by
Well, we got
God.
the fertilizer thing figured out.
Yep.
Nay, sir. Nay.
Because, because fertilizer works great on plants when you don't have water. Again, I'm going to harp that one forever. I lived in San Diego for a while. Trust me, there's not.
Says, although different humans, renderers, methods may vary, one approach is the placement of a corpse in a vessel surrounded by wood chips, alfalfa, and straw.
Okay.
The body is aerated,
Oh, my God.
enclosed, and then consumed over the course of weeks by bacteria and microbes. Afterwards, the resulting cubic yard of human solid soil is cured for 2 weeks, or 2 to 6 weeks.
Well, when you put it that way.
Well, but
Right,
but if your body's been aerated and enclosed and for, to be consumed over
Encapsulated,
weeks,
yeah.
I don't think you're curing anything.
No.
California sure knows how to make a girl feel special.
Don't they,
Right?
though?
That's so good.
Don't they? God bless her. It's
Yep. There goes
wow. Again,
There goes my grandma.
I was gonna say I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking more along the lines of Pearl Jam. Just kind of hit a little closer to home there. All of a sudden, Last Kiss.
Smells like Teen Spirit.
That's right.
Oh no. So I saw.
Kind of thinking Black Hole Sun going on here, but
I was just real fast.
Well, it is Soundgarden.
it's true.
To go completely off the rails for a second, I saw
What?
somebody had on again social media had thought, oh, how great. What would happen if you put, or what would happen? What would have been like if
Gives a whole new
Smells
meaning
Like Teen Spirit was done in the 80s? So they put it, they mashed it with Tainted Love, and it oddly fit really well.
It's just you can match the rhythm. It'd be
I
fun.
mean, because that's all Tainted Love mostly is
Right.
rhythm, but still,
yeah.
it did the whole do 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 boom, and then he starts singing, the gibberish that is.
Yeah.
Smells Like Teen Spirit, and I was like, oh, this is creepy.
Makes sense though. It really does. Makes sense. I mean, could be worse. I mean, it could be Alice in Chains, but
Oh, to be 16. Anyway, I can't. The people in California, God bless you. I really wonder what happens because they are having a mass exodus of the few
real
intelligent people,
regular
there.
people, just regular.
Right.
Yeah.
People
down-
who don't want to be compost.
Right. Or memorial trees, as it's called.
Right. So I kind of wonder what is going to California going to look like after even because it went like that. It went all the people who are right leaning anything, freedom loving of anything,
Yeah.
and now it's literally regular people are leaving. When no one is left leaving and there's not much to California left, what is that going to look like?
It's going to be great. You want to know why?
Why?
We could actually go there and enjoy the scenery
No. Well,
without people.
The plants will be nice and green.
That's what I'm saying.
that's true too.
We can go there without the scenery. And then, if there's a forest fire, it's fine. It just culls the area and everybody's good. Before we go, let everybody know once again, where can they find you, what the podcast, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Go, Gordon.
Yeah, so check us out, Percolating Perspective. You can find us at Apple Podcasts. You can find us at Spotify or anywhere else that you get your podcasts. If you can't find it there, please go to Podbean, or you can go to my website, gmpfor-d3.org, and get your own RSS link to put it on your favorite platform.
There you go. That's
Kill.
exactly what it is. Gordon Michael Porter, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Y'all
Thanks
be
so much
good.
for the invite.
We'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Hey, we got a whole another hour. Do you want to hang out with that, or do you want to go? You're welcome to
up to
do
you
it.
guys.
No,
I'm-
you're welcome
oh.
to hang, brother.
You are welcome to hang with us.
If you're having fun and
Dude, I'm having a blast.
All right, yeah. If you're having fun and you're cool with it, and the wife's not going to be upset or anything like that, you ain't got to be up at dark 30 tomorrow. Then
And the cats are in the background not meowing.
like you have room
Can
to
you hear
talk.
that?
I did actually.
Yeah, we did.
I don't have room to talk. Okay.
He's got like 9 of them.
No, there's 3. Okay, and one is loud as hell. So my wife has a Savannah,
Yeah.
and so it talks.
No, it doesn't.
It yells.
No, it doesn't.
It yells.
That's not yelling.
It-
There's agony in that voice.
yeah, but it's not real agony. It's fake. It's false crying.
It doesn't. It's still agony.
He's just trying to get my wife to feed him again.
and
That's all and she'll comply
She'll do it too.
every time.
Because she loves him.
So much.
Oh, good God.
This is a rescue cat that we're trying to find a home for. I found it in the bed of my truck underneath my bed cover. Mm-hmm. Thankfully, before the Florida heat got to it. So
Nice.
It's being harbored. It's a fugitive. In fact, I'm thinking about sending it to Martha's Vineyard.
There you go.
It'll make do out there for sure. There's a bunch of mice and everything else. It'll be fine.
Not out there.
Yeah, out there it'll be just fine.
Out
tail of Despero.
there.
Right.
That's a hell of a roller coaster.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That'll make you butt pucker.
Oh, yes.
Zombies are also humans.
Were humans. There's a difference. Zombies were humans.
Yeah, well, not no mo.
When it comes to roller coasters, any of the wooden ones, I just don't want to get on anymore.
Oh man,
You don't like the
No, it's not
the cricking of the noise, and that's not the chain. I'm talking about
that's
the
not
legit.
the issue. No. It's not the thing because a wooden roller coaster hurts.
yes.
It hurts every time
Yeah.
you go around a corner. It hurts. It's like even when I was a kid, it hurt.
Yeah.
Like there was no smooth curve. There was nothing. It was, and you're just like hitting your head against the side, and you're jerking on one side, and it's painful.
Have you guys ever heard of Wild Adventures in Valdosta, Georgia?
Yes.
Okay, so they used to have a ride called the Cheetah, and it was actually a wooden roller coaster.
Yep.
And I rode it. I was 12, 13 years old, something like that. A
sorry.
bolt flew off the track and hit the girl in front of me, busted her face open, and like my shirt's covered in blood. I'm behind her. They shut the ride down. That was the last ride they ever did on that. They tore it down.
So
Wow.
so you kept the shirt as a memoriam, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure.
I kept the shirt I wrecked my bike on. Can't hardly wear it. It's more like a literal rag, but I kept that sucker.
Well, yeah, that's your blood on there. You got to keep that.
There was oddly enough, there was no blood.
What?
Nope.
Oh, it didn't start bleeding until
Nope.
afterwards. That's right. Yeah.
Road rash is not a cut, sir, or a scrape. It is a burn.
Oh man.
Nobody told me that. Like I understood.
He was treating it like a
Well,
a
no,
cut.
no. Like my sister-in-law, God bless her, at least she knew. I didn't, because she used to be a nurse. Like
Yeah.
I had no idea. I thought until it actually happened. Like I thought, like you as a kid, you're outside, you play, you fall, you scrape your knee. That's what I thought road rash was. It's not. It's just an incredibly severe burn. It's a friction burn, and holy God,
Does it hurt?
it hurt.
It hurts. And
Ice for Schmeigen. All right, we're getting ready to come back.
Yep.
Beep.
I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, ready, breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
Thought I was 6 feet under. But now it's your turn to face the fire.
Not only are we back,
Now, as the world turns. So,
not only are we back, but we have a second hour.
yep,
We're back on the second hour
for a little bit
for a bit.
until I get tired and say I'm done.
Or B. No, I mean I do that too. I'm not gonna lie. I do that too. It's been a couple good long weeks.
For those of you that are paying to listen to this, God bless you. We love you. We're sorry it hasn't been more consistent, but life sucks.
Yeah. And since you guys are here, you know.
You know.
But we love you guys. because you're what keep this going, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with you, but thank you.
Thank you so much for all the things that are wrong with you.
Right.
All right, so you had a vidya.
Yeah, I figured it would be more better for the comments and junk earlier, but
Well, it's fine. I mean, we're still here. We still have our guy with us, Gordon Porter. He's still here.
Yeah, from the percolating perspective. Ha ha
You got it. Look at you. Oh my goodness.
The guy samples different coffees around the country or companies around the country.
That's right.
And talks American history.
Yes,
That's
and
right.
we've now given him another coffee company to sample.
And he will never try another one after this.
Right. He'll just sample everything from that menu.
Yeah, he will find out that
because they keep changing.
He does. He
more.
keeps
I'm
adding.
above it.
There's a lot on there.
You're gonna have to sample one show at a time.
Salted caramel coffee. He actually
It's
has
actually really good, too.
dark chocolate and bacon.
Oh.
Yeah.
The Bacon
And
Blast.
Bacon Blast. So Bacon Blast is different, right? So Bacon Blast is not the dark chocolate. Bacon,
No, but he does do one to had,
Yeah.
or at least
he does-
temporarily.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
had.
But Bacon Blast is this is how it is. When you go, you go to a diner, right? And you go to a diner, you get your coffee with your eggs and your bacon and your sausage or whatever else you got. Right? That whole deal?
Right. Yeah.
Bacon Blast is exactly like eating the last piece of bacon and then sucking down your coffee right after.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, it is fantastic.
It's not even a joke. Like the moment that you get coffee and then bacon and coffee and bacon and coffee and it's.
You had me at coffee and bacon.
I know.
know.
And it's good.
What
Oh, man.
red-blooded American doesn't do coffee and bacon.
I mean, if you lived any time after the great the big pork companies got involved with breakfast,
Right.
coffee and bacon
Yeah.
is the way to go.
People often think that Winston Churchill is the reason that the West won the war. In fact, it was bacon and coffee.
Yes.
Yes.
Specifically coffee.
Yep.
Yes,
bacon
that's exactly
helped.
Right.
Bacon helped.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like you said, we'd be doing toast and
We'd still be doing toast and coffee,
coffee.
which is what we did before Big Pork.
Yeah. Which I'm not a fan of. I don't approve of what they did, but I have to admit,
I approve of what happened afterwards.
I'm a
still
little
good about it.
thankful that it's now become a staple.
Yeah. I mean, coffee with toast and butter is okay, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
bacon and eggs.
The only reason DC gets away with half of their stuff is all the extra stuff they call pork. That's
And
right.
they don't like that.
No.
All right, so this video that you were talking about earlier with the favorite Disney princesses and stuff like that.
Well, it's not the favorite Disney princess. What it is that this video is
reactions.
It is the reaction to I'm just gonna say, I hate saying girls of color or anybody of color. I hate saying that because that makes me feel weird. Anybody who's not white, any child. This is of a bunch of little girls who are not white.
Okay.
Who are seeing the trailer, just the trailer that has come out for the new live action Little Mermaid.
Live action Little Mermaid. Okay.
Right.
I haven't even seen that. I'm thankful. I have 3 daughters and I have not seen the live action Little Mermaid trailer.
You're not missing anything.
I'm proud of myself.
I'm really looking forward to the video that they show puppets, the video of the new Pinocchio.
Oh, see, I've seen the new trailer of the new Pinocchio.
I've heard people say it is it's horrible, and most of it is because of the CGI and stuff is garbage.
Yeah, well, that's
for
probably
being
it.
Disney. It's like, this is garbage.
Well, that's probably true.
So, but anyway, these are all reactions, and I mean, just for context, this is these are little girls are reacting to this new thing. Go ahead and hit the button.
She looks like me. She's a black girl.
Yeah, trailer live
Again,
action.
they're all 5, 6, 7. That was pretty much the trailer. You're looking at it.
That's it.
She's round.
I think she's brown. Can I just say one thing before we continue on?
As a child who can't hardly speak.
Can't hardly speak. How is it that one, she differentiates skin tone? Why? Why does that child differentiate skin tone at all?
Yeah, children don't do that.
At all, at that age, 2, 3 years old. That is not an age to where you need to differentiate skin tone. 2, why does she know the name Ariel so well?
Because she saw the original.
Parents do.
Okay, here's the thing. I want to throw it out there just real quick. Do you remember a couple years back, and it hasn't really been that long,
Maybe.
all the social medias,
Okay.
there was this video going around.
Right.
And now that it dawned on me, I regret not having it so we can play it for context.
Yeah.
But it was the picture, it was a video of like a 3 or 4 year old black boy and a 3 or 4 year old white boy.
Running
And
at
they-
each other and
running
like
at
giving
each other.
hugs. And,
Right. They had been they had been friends literally their whole life. There was a brief stretch that they were separated, and now they were back to seeing each other. And everybody kept saying, you know, this is just goes to show that racism is taught. It's not inherent.
And yet, here's the new video of a 3-year-old saying, it's a brown area.
Right. What are you doing looking at skin color, little kid?
Why is that a problem?
Right.
Kid?
Is it inherent or is it not?
And also, red hair.
I don't care. Well, it's
Red hair?
like I don't care. Like
That's some dank weave, bro.
on the surface, like straight up on the surface, like which is funny to be talking about a movie Under the Sea. But
Surface level talk.
surface
Under the
letter.
sea.
Yeah, right. I don't care. One, she's not black. I just want to say, have you ever noticed too? A lot of these quote unquote black people that they put into theirs,
Are the closest to white that you can get.
right?
Yeah.
It's like just before the tone switches. Yeah. Okay. It's not, they don't get somebody like Kunta Kinte or whatever from Roots. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody who, God bless them, like everybody makes the jokes about, like you can't see at night. You know what I mean? Like truly,
Yeah.
like a dark person. They never do that. They get someone very caramelized. They get someone that, and especially in this video, like depending, some of the scenes, the way this thing shows it, as you know, somebody filming their little girl who
Right,
already
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
in, clearly developing a racist tendency. Like you didn't, then it shows the TV, and I'm like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, you almost can't tell she's black. You really can't. I'm like, why?
Like, honestly, why don't you have somebody like Lupita Nyong'o?
Yes, the chick from
Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Yes.
They will never get anybody that dark to do something like this. Why?
She's Kenyan.
right. Why not? Like if you're gonna do it, do it.
Do it right.
Like do it right. Don't just sit here. But see, but this is
or Dania.
Dania
Danae.
who?
Sorry, Danae.
I was gonna say, if you're gonna just name drop, you need to kind of go like whole thing, because
She played Okoye in the Black Panther.
you're talking to me like I saw Black Panther.
Oh my God, bro!
No, I haven't. I haven't.
good movie.
Oh, I know it is. I want to see it.
She
but I
played
haven't.
she played the female bold warrior.
There was 2 of them. So did the other one.
Both times she was a female bald warrior.
Yeah, no, I got that. But what I'm saying
There's more
is,
than one.
No,
yeah, there was 2.
No.
Yes, there was.
No.
Yes, there was.
no.
Okay. Anyway,
Anywho,
that's not the point. The point is,
there are. If you're going to go and say like you have to do a black Ariel,
yeah,
then do it.
yeah. They don't ever take. Okay. And I've wanted to do this. I feel like I've said this before.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Right. They want to do this thing. You make it into something.
Right.
You create for it. That's what they did with Living Single. Living Single was literally
It was amazing, by the way.
Yeah, which was great. But did you know, like, and they
In
admitted-
living color.
It was no. I'm not talking about Living Color. That was just weird.
It was great.
That was great.
That was great.
But no, Living Single was a black spin-off of Friends.
Basically.
The writers and everything admitted to it. They wanted to have something good. But if you look at it,
But it was good.
it was good. It was different. It was. I mean, granted, yes, you could see similarities once you
Sure,
kind of know it.
whatever, yeah.
But I didn't know they were the same thing.
I didn't either.
You know what I mean? You create it out of thin air. You do stuff to lift up these people, and instead of, because everybody's like, well, why are all these white people portraying all of these celebrities, and people are like, you have a white Moses and a white Noah, and You know, all of these, it goes down to this white Chinese people and blah, blah. I say, here's the deal, because these people have been escalated to a level where they're guaranteed to bring in money, and that's all the movie people care about.
It's like, I'm sorry, Sir Ben Kingsley can play whoever the hell he wants.
Right.
Believe it or not, Tom Hanks is not actually Mr. Rogers.
Right.
What? Wait, what?
Even though technically he said he's
I know.
related.
Yeah.
No, he isn't. Anyway,
He's also not Forrest Gump.
I don't.
That's
I
also
don't
true.
believe you.
Don't believe me?
I don't believe you.
They should have gotten a true disabled person to play that.
Right.
part.
They
Yes,
should have.
They
but,
should have.
But that's my point. The reason why don't you have that? Because they have, and obviously the disabled thing might be a little bit harder to do. But why don't you have a lot of big name black actors or Asian actors or Latino actors or whatever? Why?
Yeah.
Because for whatever reason,
Right.
they were never when they had the chance, they were never elevated.
To the
They
point
don't
to
bring
where,
in
yeah,
money.
They weren't they weren't big enough names.
Right. And so
Well,
now
you can look at population too. I mean, it's all a matter of demographic percentages, right?
Well,
I mean,
but
it's
I don't, but like I get where you're going with that, but like I don't care. Like I'll watch a movie that's an all black cast or whatever. Like that doesn't bother me. It doesn't matter about the demographic or the population to me. If the character fits, if the story is written that way, if I like it, then I'll watch it.
right.
But you can't sit here like, how is it? Okay, so they say that history and stories and all this stuff has been whitewashed, quote unquote. Okay. Oh, Little Mermaid was all these things are all these.
I'm sorry,
again,
Little Mermaid was what, Swedish?
Danish. But
Danish.
again, going back to what I was saying, like, all of these people playing, like, why did Christian Bale play Moses or whatever when, they didn't have an actual Egyptian doing it? All of these little things. But hear me out. It's because they never elevated these other actors when they had the chance.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now they've painted themselves into a corner.
Right.
And so the only thing that they could do, everybody says, well, these particular roles in those times were whitewashed. Okay.
It was in those times.
No, okay. No, I'll give you that.
Yes.
But then what do you call this? If that was just whitewashing, then how come we can't call this pandering, which is exactly what it is?
Or-
Instead of
Right.
taking stories
Or in
of
this case, blackwashing.
whatever. Yeah, but yeah. But if you're still, here's the thing. The problem is not like the end result of all this stuff. It just the results change. The problem still stays the same, which is these greedy movie executives and powers that be, these elitists
Pandering.
are doing whatever they got to do to collect the buck. And before it was signing Christian Bale to play Moses and Russell Crowe to play Noah and all these other stupid things. Why? Because it's the only way it was going to sell to make money. And now they have to turn around and find a black person or brown person or whatever to fill this so they can still make that money. They don't give two flying figs about anything else. They don't care about the story. They don't care about writing. They don't care about nothing. And that's the problem. That's like that movie. I keep seeing this stuff about it. I haven't done the research on it myself. But there's this movie it's about this black queen or king is what they call her. Like it's the female king or whatever it's called. And it's about this.
It's a new movie. Yeah.
Yeah, and come to find out, like the actual history on the tribe she's supposed to represent, it says it's based off a true story, and according to what everyone has seen of this thing and looked into it, not one single bit of it's true. Matter of fact, the tribe that this movie is depicting is supposedly supposed to be the single biggest reason for the African trade. They were the ones who were selling people. They were like the last.
They were the reason why slave trade happened.
They continued slavery after slavery was abolished around the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still going on in Africa.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's going on here too, but in a different way. But you get my point.
Those
Like,
poor pygmies.
Yeah.
yeah, but the whole story is supposed to be about this lady who's a queen and who does it, and the whole thing is a lie. Like, you had your opportunity to do something and you did up.
Yep.
Yeah.
You could have told
Well,
the
and
true
it's the
story.
same concept too. They always talk about how our institutions are racist, and you got to say, well, back up a second. Who's been in charge of these institutions for the last century?
That's it.
Look at academia.
That's it.
You want to talk about the Harvard acceptance rates and all this sort of stuff. Mm-hmm. Correct me if I'm wrong. Harvard is not a conservative institution.
No.
know,
Not
neither is
anymore.
Hollywood or anything else.
But that's the point I'm trying
Not
to make.
anymore.
Yeah.
You don't like what these people are doing, so you want them to change. Well, they changed it to where they've changed just enough so the result is different, but they're still doing the same stupid stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you're mad at the wrong thing, which now the other side of that little squabble is now pissed off.
Yes.
Well, why are you turning all these people into white people from white people? It should be, there was a laundry list of ones that of black people that should suddenly I want to see a white panther now, and
Why?
which it's a joke, but it was even done by black folks.
Yeah.
But that's the point. And that's the same thing, like you said, to coattail what you were saying. The same thing applies in the country when it comes to the politics. Everybody's pissy about how society is run and how it's not working for me and blah, 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 blah. And they want to bitch to the people who are in office, but they don't want to do the due diligence to get the right person in there to keep that shady, corrupt crap out.
Yeah. Let's not forget the southern states, Dixiecrat ends with crat for a reason.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Their politics haven't changed. It's the same thing. They're whitewashing it, to put it, to put it in layman's terms. It's the same stuff. They're doing the same thing the party's been doing for the past 150 years.
Right.
They're just putting a new mask on it and going about it a different way.
Right.
They hate Martin Luther King Jr.
It's funny that you say new mask.
I was gonna say that's what they did with the Klan. The Klan,
They just
even
put a
though the
new
Klan's
mask
still
on.
there,
They just
put a
it
new
went
mask
for the
on.
Klan, and now it's progressivism.
Right. They
That's
just
exactly right.
Put a new mask on.
Yep.
Yeah,
There you
their hero Woodrow Wilson. The first movie shown in the White House was a KKK flick on his watch.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Birth of a Nation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's the one who resegregated the military.
Yep. Woodrow Wilson's a douche.
idol. Oh yeah.
And that's the funny thing. These are things that we've mentioned before.
He's a bad man.
And that's the funny part about it is we've talked about all this, and this.
Well, it's a good thing he does what equates to a history type
Yeah, because now
thing. Now
he's
he
also,
can bring this stuff out to light.
It's like having a scholar on board.
right. It's like that's what happens when you have when you excel. That's
what
this
you
is
do.
what you get.
Yeah, when you excel in one thing or another.
Right.
Right. It's like when
I
we
just
have
drink
Andrew on
coffee.
and he can do math.
No, that's not fair because you're on here and can do math, and it's
You
still
can't.
y'all are still better than me, so it doesn't matter.
He can't. He doesn't do maths good.
I don't do the math good, which is again and it's funny because anybody else I'll tell you like I tell everybody else, it's just funny because I don't do the maths, but I have studied quantum mechanics and physics
On his own.
on my own. I understand everything about
He can
everything that I've
speak
read.
it.
I can if I was hanging out with someone, I could understand it.
Yeah.
I couldn't explain it to you.
Quantum physics for dummies.
Yeah, I can't do
He can't go
I
past the
can't
surface
explain
level, but
I
he got
can't
it.
explain any of it.
But he has it.
But I got it down. I know what the math problems are. Don't know how to do them.
But he knows.
I know what the equations are. I don't do maths good at all.
It's not there.
It's when I say it's bad. Like, you remember the one time I did do math and Adam W. Johnson damn near wrecked his car?
Yeah.
He was listening in the car and I did math, like a simple math thing. And he's like, I tweeted at us later. He's like, I almost wrecked my car.
Because he got it right.
Because I got it right. You almost fell out of your chair too.
I did. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Speaking of falling out of chairs here. So The View.
Oh, someone in The View falls out of a chair?
No.
Oh, boy.
That would have been great. But no, The View, I've got something to listen.
How funny would it be if if Whoopi's chair just suddenly one leg busted
They
and she
reinforce
fell?
it twice over.
I do notice that her chair
With
is
a whoopee cushion.
no, like I'm seeing this. If you ever get, oh no, that's the V. I'm sorry, that's the V from the
Yeah, that's the V.
the
from
View
bottom.
moniker in the
Yeah,
bottom.
But
Never mind.
No. Like
I thought
their
it was
chairs are
like
super reinforced.
Crazy yeah.
No, all of their chairs are super reinforced, so nobody feels left out.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, I thought it had extra supports. Is what I thought it was.
does.
Just
They did it to all of them.
yeah, you know how chairs, especially metal ones, the square ones, you find out it's just a hollow thing of metal that makes
Not
the
these
square.
ones.
No, these are filled. They
filled.
don't leave. They're
Cement.
700 pounds.
They do not move.
Titanium reinforced.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Aircraft grade. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. So
You could drop it from space and it'll enter into the Earth's atmosphere and not burn up. Right.
So this is in reference to Nikki Haley.
Okay.
So I just so you're out there, yeah, everybody knows the Nikki Haley's. Nice lady.
Oh, yeah.
Did a great job while she was working, and
Secretary of State.
yeah,
She should be
overseas most of the time.
She should
Lovely.
be president.
She did a great job.
I'd vote for her.
I would too. Anyway, so let's just listen.
Investigated now?
Yeah.
So it's fake.
Just real quick, because the Nikki Haley conversation came up. So Nikki Haley's gone by Nikki since she was a child. It's documented in high school. I wouldn't be shocked that as somebody, an Indian woman growing up in South Carolina at that time, she actually did to avoid prejudice. So I just want to be careful about critiquing her for going by the name she's always gone by.
There are some of us that can be chameleons and decide not to embrace our ethnicity so that we can pass.
Sonny, I don't think that's fair.
You go by a different name.
Yeah, I didn't want to be the one to say it.
Because most Americans can't pronounce Asuncion because of the
Nimarata
undereducation.
is hard to say too.
But sometimes I would say what Alyssa's saying is that people really change names for different reasons.
I'm just going to kill this conversation. I am authentically myself. I am Whoopi Goldberg, and we'll be right back.
Whoa.
First off, that very last line is a complete lie.
That's exactly right.
She is not Whoopi Goldberg.
Well, no, did she
Just ask Ted Danson.
Right.
Didn't she?
She legally changed her name, but that was her
Oh, no,
stage
then
name.
she's legally changed her name. No,
but
that's,
she was not.
no, she was not, but she is
They're
legally
talking-
now.
Right now.
Like, but she's been legally like that for many years.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sorry.
she's not, though. She's not.
Like,
So this was obviously talking about Nikki Haley. You know, Nikki Haley's name, the fact that she's Nikki Haley, and yada, 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 and all
Not
the rest of it.
whatever they think she
Whatever
should
she
be.
thinks. She says, Nikki responded. She said, thank you for your concern at Sunny. It's racist of you to judge my name. Nikki is an Indian name and is on my birth certificate. And I'm proud of that. What's sad is the left's hypocrisy towards conservative minorities.
Ooh, burn.
By the way, last I checked, Sunny isn't your birth name, which she did note it.
Yeah, she did say Ascension or whatever that was.
Yeah, because, you know, American education is not good enough for them to pronounce the name. But then again, if you can't spell it,
Hold on. Here's the thing.
then we have to ask.
I want to ask this.
Okay.
And between the two of you,
All right.
y'all have met some people in your lives.
No.
You haven't?
Nope. Absolutely.
No, nobody.
Nope. You.
Nobody. Okay.
I'm a shut-in.
You are a hermit. But in meeting new people,
Uh-huh.
I mean, we all know how many times when you meet that new person, you have to read their name first.
At least once.
At least once. As soon as you meet them, there's no audible form that their name is conveyed to you. It's
their
always
name is actually, from everywhere that I've ever been, their name is actually hollowed up over their head.
It's almost like a gamer tag.
Yeah. It's a game. It's a hashtag over the head. And so I just read that first, and I try to sound it out
Yeah.
before I get to them, you know?
Oh.
So it's one of those things I'm like,
It's so that way you can feel. It's so that way you can feel like there's a little bit more of a connection, right?
Right. So
Right.
at least when I go up
'Cause
to them
none
the
of us-
first time, it's like,
Yeah, because none of us has ever met somebody who said, "Hi, my name is," and said it.
right.
And then you then turn around and repeated it based off of the sound that you heard. No. We all read it.
And then eventually you ask them how to spell it because you wanted it in your phone.
Right. And besides that little thing, then she wants to talk junk about the schooling. Lady, this is the same schooling that your politicians, the people you like and side with,
Voted
this is what
for.
they created. This is called sight words and not phonics.
Exactly.
Yeah. We'll be right back.
What do you got going on there?
I had to end that junk quick because I was getting pissed.
I know
Don't
you
talk
were.
to me about schools.
It's the old Seinfeld bit. You know, Kramer's wanting to put name tags on everybody in the building and put their picture up in the foyer. That's apparently what they expect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just. I swear.
Yeah.
Everybody has a floating name above their heads. That's exactly how I see it.
Yeah. Well, the good news is they have the option to be compost now on The View.
Oh, thank
Right.
God. Thank
Yes.
God. Which
Yeah.
I would assume.
They already are.
I would assume Whoopi's going to end up being.
Just a giant pile of compost. That's all it ever has. been.
Whoopi's going to feed a redwood
Yeah.
for
An
many
entire sequoia forest.
years.
It's
Right.
very true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just bury her in the center.
All
and
them
it'll
forest fires will all be taken care of thanks to her.
Won't be a problem.
She'll replenish it all.
Not gonna be an issue.
Wouldn't be prudent.
Not gonna do it.
Wouldn't be prudent.
Not
gonna do. Oh, Lord have mercy.
This is all we do, man. This is exactly what we do.
I love it.
I need a nap.
Yes. You'll be going home to do that soon.
And then I'm going to go home and I'm going to be wide awake.
Yes. You need a nap now, but when you get home, you're going to be...
That's what you do for a lock. Take a chain.
Got to pull that pin, bud.
You put the pin of a grenade through it, which is hooked to the wires to a claymore.
Don't touch this.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's like where you would cut the catalytic converter.
Right. Just let it go.
Just drive around with that on there. You're fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
You're fine.
It's fine. Nobody will ever know. Who's going to know?
Who's going to know?
Who's going to know?
We're all going to know.
This is Defenders Live.
They're all going to laugh at you. That's exactly what's going to happen.
They already do.
I know. But it's intentional for us.
Yeah, that's true. It's almost like we set it up that way.
Right. It's almost like a punchline.
It's like we do a show that is intentionally meant to make people laugh to a degree, because if you don't, you're just going to cry.
Then it's a sad day for all of us.
Yeah.
It is.
So there you go.
Very much so. So there was this Democrat lady, Michigan Democrat running for Congress, who reportedly earned more than $200,000 last year. Not a problem.
Okay.
That's not an issue. Okay. The issue is that she appeared in a campaign ad showing her own son wearing duct-taped sandals and an in-window air conditioner turned off since times are tough.
The hell is she spending that $200,000 on?
Duct-taped sandals.
Was this Stacey Abrams?
No, this is in
Oh,
Michigan.
man. That sounds like something Stacey Abrams would do.
No, this is in Michigan.
Why? Hold on. I didn't know they got warm enough to wear sandals in Michigan in the first place.
Beats me, bro.
All that damn cold weather up there. Screw that junk.
The ad is for Hillary Schulten. Who the Washington Free Beacon said is in one of the country's most competitive congressional races.
Right.
It shows her family, presumably in their home. No. She went to somebody else's house and did this. With visual signs that inflation has hit them just like everybody else. Times are tough, the ad said. And like most Michigan families, we're making do with less and making things last longer.
Again, you're in Michigan.
Yeah.
Why do you need an air conditioner?
It's the summertime. It'll get warm anyway. It'll get warm enough.
For about 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, of the day. Right.
You're not near anything with humidity. Go into the shade. You're fine. Like, come on.
Yeah. Well, it is warmer. I mean, Dearborn's practically, little Afghanistan at this point. So, I mean, there's got to be some temperature there, right?
It's got to be toasty at least.
Yeah.
No, I still think that it's not. I
think they go there so that they got away from the heat.
That's what I was going to say. They found relief.
Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah.
That's why, to a degree, with the concentration of basically Little Iraq, you don't have it. As far as I know, we haven't had exactly like a huge influx of terrorists or anything coming from out of there, because they're like, so this is what cool weather feels like. Why am I so angry?
Maybe
this is actually pretty cool
about global warming causing terrorism. Maybe there's some merit to that.
There is.
After all,
look at Dearborn. I rest my case.
We have a way to fix that. You know what it is?
What's that?
Don't live in a desert.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's pretty simple, honestly.
Really?
Get out of the desert. Stop living there.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. It makes you angry and upset. Nobody wants that.
Yep.
Go visit Okay, that's all you need. Just to go vacation there. I don't know, but leave.
Yeah. There are other options, is what you're saying.
Yeah, we live in a world that's so connected. So, like, everything is so close as far as how to get there. Go somewhere else.
Yeah. It's not like the olden days where it was a 3, 4, 5, 6,
year travel.
a 2-year trip across the ocean to get to different continents. No, it's not like it
24 hours max, you can get anywhere in the world.
Yeah, not 2 months to take you to cross the United States on a train or whatever, or a stage. No. It's fairly quick.
Yeah.
Within roughly a little over 24 hours is kind of the average.
That's the range, yeah.
To get virtually anywhere in the world. Now, obviously, some exceptions, but
there are.
But average is 24 hours.
When you factor in the time moving back and forth,
right? Yeah. So it's speaking of time, real fast. And again, completely off topic.
No,
isn't this year the year that we've getting rid of daylight savings time?
They say that is.
So theoretically, when we're supposed to turn the clocks back here in a couple weeks.
Yes, when Cher shows up, we just tell her to go away. So glad. I'm so glad both of you did that silent half laugh. That was amazing.
Because all I can see her is in them fishnets.
In the fishnets and spandex. That's all you can see on the boat. That's
dry humping the gun on the boat.
Why are you doing that? Get off. That's abuse of federal property.
That's not even a real gun. Cher, what happened? Kind of go. Why didn't you go skiing with Sonny? Anyway.
Oh, that's why she wanted to turn back time.
Yeah, but that song was well before that happened.
Anywho's
no, the song I believe was the one that came after. Remember?
Oh, that's right.
That little techno thingy.
Yeah, do you believe in love?
Yeah.
Life after love, yeah.
Yeah.
When she was 90?
Yeah.
Speaking of people that don't look their age, she looks old. Yeah. Oh, my God.
It's only, well. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
God bless her.
So old.
I can't say nothing.
Yeah.
I can't say nothing. My kids were laughing at me because they think I have.
Bro, she was 20 in the 70s. Come on.
My kids were laughing. Wow. I told them I don't have a chin. That's why I have a beard.
It's true, though.
The problem with Cher is she still dresses like she's 20 in the 70s.
So
right, yeah.
Same problem that Madonna has.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Madonna looks
Nobody wants to see that.
Yeah.
No.
But then again, Aerosmith's lead singer looks like your grandma, but fancy.
It does look like a soccer mom.
He looks like a fancy grandma.
Steve Tyler?
Yeah, Steve Tyler looks exactly like somebody's fanciest ass grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, see, that's how Cher should take some styling cues from Steven Tyler.
Right.
But
then again, Steven Tyler's much smaller.
Oh, by a lot.
Fair point.
Yeah, much smaller.
She's like 6'9". She's got a 500-foot wingspan. Like she could play for the Milwaukee Bucks and single-handedly bring them to like an NBA championship if she wanted to.
Philadelphia Eagles would welcome her.
In heels, my friend. In heels. Hear that clack, 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 clack right up the court.
Those aren't cleats. You're right.
Yeah. Nope.
Just get her Caitlyn Jenner's number. It's the same department.
Right.
It really is.
I mean, not for nothing, heels on the field would actually work because when they say plant your feet,
it's planted.
You're done. You ain't moving.
Plant those heels. Got it.
Done.
Just one big cleat.
It's like
that makes too many jokes. There's too many jokes now.
It's like
no, it's not right.
No, I was gonna say it's like the things that you strap to your feet. The guys use to climb trees.
Oh yeah, those are cool.
That's exactly what those things are.
Those are fun though.
Oh, I know. If you know how to use them, I'll be honest with you. If you don't know how to use them, it's funny to watch somebody else fall.
Right. It's very true. It's very true.
If you know how to use them, they're really fun. That's like those.
You got to dig the heel in.
That's like the painter stilts.
Yeah. Well, you got to dig the toe in. It's big. Is kind of the big thing.
Yeah. But anyway,
kick your toe in.
That's
a good thing. They're still toed.
Anyway, so this lady.
So yeah, she decided that she was gonna, portray her entire family as, that's duct tape on the sandals.
No, I know what that is. Mm-hmm. Hold on, just go back up for a second. I just want to show those sandals. If I'm guessing, and those are Birkenstocks.
They are Birkenstocks.
Those are child Birkenstocks.
Which, by the way, is $700 for a pair of Birkenstocks.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
No, so she has her son walking around in Birkenstocks that they decided to put some tape on.
Like, forget the fact that you made $200,000 and your poor kid's walking around in shoes like that. This is actually equivalency to the whole AOC thing not taking care of Nana.
It's very true. It's very true.
You know?
That's also, it really hits home on the inflation part too. The Democrats' inflation, Biden inflation. $200,000 isn't enough to buy a new pair of Birkenstocks.
Well, not anymore.
That's been the case for at least 5 years now.
No, I know. I had to buy a pair of Birkenstocks. I didn't have to. I bought a pair of Birkenstocks for the fiance last year for Christmas.
So you took out a mortgage.
That set me back a bit.
Yeah.
I put it like this. I paid off her engagement ring, long before I paid off them shoes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not right.
But in all honesty, those they're going to last her for like the next 5 years.
That's
So
true. That's true. Oh, by the way,
it
speaking
turns out
of the Biden administration, apparently they're at DEFCON 5 right now trying to clean up the mess that he made.
what did he spill his pudding again?
No, but he did spill the beans.
Okay.
See, in an interview on 60 Minutes, which is funny in itself.
I can't believe 60 Minutes is still on the air.
Right. An interview in 60 Minutes that aired this past Sunday. The President, Joe Biden, declared that the COVID-19 pandemic was over.
About damn time.
Joe Biden declared it.
Okay.
He said it's done.
Okay.
I didn't say it. I declared it.
Yeah.
I declare bankruptcy. Okay, sorry.
I.e. Claire. But that's because I like them.
You can't just declare it. You have to actually file.
That's not how it works.
It was so funny. I'm telling you, there's nothing funnier than Steve Carell walking out to the middle of everybody just screaming, I declare bankruptcy.
Anyway, the problem is the federal government actually maintains that many of the powers it wields during the height of the pandemic, all of the emergency powers are still there. All the authority is still there. Everything is still going on.
And I'm going to ask this again. Why,
Emergency
after 2 years,
mandates are still there.
Why are we still have the emergency use authorizations and stuff in place? Why are all these emergency powers in place when there is very clearly no more emergency?
Yes, and when the Joe Bidens even said it.
Right.
And by the way, just so you know, it's not me stuttering. We call him Joe O'Biden. Not because of Irish heritage. No, it's because he just took the Obama line and kept walking with it.
Yeah.
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 So it's Joe O'Biden because Obama's still there.
Oh, yeah. This was what Obama's third term would have looked like.
Except for he wouldn't be as old.
Right.
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 Okay. So anyway, in response to the declaration of Joe Biden, the Representative Thomas Massie, Republican, Kentucky, tweeted this out. He said, if the pandemic is over, as Joe Biden says, then all of the president's emergency powers predicated on the pandemic, all of the COVID vax mandates, the emergency powers of every governor, emergency use authorizations, and the PrEP Act should be all voided tomorrow.
Amen. It should.
Should be, right? It should be. Marsha Blackburn, Republican, Tennessee, said this. She said, Biden admitted last night that the COVID pandemic is over. In other words, there is no ongoing emergency to justify his proposal for student loan handouts.
I mean, I agree with that, but let's be realistic.
That's gone and done.
That's the least of everybody's worries.
Nobody cares about that. Go ahead and pay it off. Nobody cares.
Of all the hills,
of all the money wastes that you're going to waste.
Right. There's other shit you could worry about.
Yep.
Stupid.
The Washington Post reports that Biden's remarks caught some senior officials off guard.
What?
Yes, anonymous administrator.
Hold on. The old senile guy is speaking and suddenly caught people off guard?
Yes. See, anonymous administrative officials.
I hate that
told
so
the
bad.
Washington. They told the Washington Post. Okay, they went all over it on the Washington Post. They were concerned.
Well, I'm concerned too, but
that the president's statement would make it harder for the administration to persuade Americans to get shots or to secure new money for Congress or from Congress. The White House is seeking an additional $22 billion from Congress to fight the pandemic right now.
how are you able to? Yeah, like they're fighting the war on drugs and poverty and homelessness and
all of that's going up.
Whatever war on whatever.
All of it's
whatever.
going up.
Yeah,
it's all going up.
Yeah. There's so many, the emergency authorization deal, this thing's going to be, it's not going to be over in 20 years. It's still going to be there. I mean, there's at least, I think it's in the hundreds of emergency powers that are still going on from the 70s.
I was going to ask you, yeah. So as the history buff, how many do you know how many emergency how many times has the government taken power to use and then given it back?
I don't know the exact number, but I do know that it is.
You could count on one hand.
If there is one that has been canceled, I don't know about it.
Yeah.
I don't know I don't know if there's ever been one that has been canceled.
So you're saying you don't have to count it on one hand?
That's what I meant.
You don't have. There's not enough hands to count it on.
Yeah. See.
Mm-hmm.
You can count
because it's zero.
Because it's zero.
Yeah.
Zero. You don't need.
They're
hands.
all still there.
Look, Ma, no hands.
God.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's
a quadriplegic could count that.
Mm-hmm.
You can count it on one nub.
Mm-hmm. Because it's zero. Don't even need to worry about it.
Right.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Flipper. All I'm saying.
Okay. Republican Attorney General of 24 states wrote a letter this week to Visa, MasterCard, and American Express urging them to halt plans on adding a new merchant category code for firearm retailers. Tennessee Attorney General Jonathan Skrmetti. Wow, S-K-R-M.
Jonathan Skrmetti.
That really should be a vowel in there.
Somewhere.
Wow.
Maybe the View will give him a nickname.
Maybe.
Jonathan Skrmetti.
Yeah, Jonathan Skrmetti and Montana Attorney General Austin Knudsen.
You know the K is silent.
I know, but you have to say the K. Knudsen.
Knife.
Led the measure, according to the Wall Street Journal. Letter warned that a new merchant category code for gun retailers could violate the rights of citizens by preventing the purchase of firearms.
So before we get into this, because now I'm going to go on a tangent.
Go for it. I've done enough tonight.
We did the jokes on the Knesset and the. So you know that the Britons they don't like us using the word herb. Saying herb.
Yeah, because they're classy and they like
they like to be the classiest. No, it's herb.
Yeah.
But they don't say honest or honor with ha or all the rest of it in there. And so I sent you the TikTok of this. It was a British guy.
Mm-hmm.
He actually went through the etymology of the word herb and honest and honor and all the rest of it. Guess what? Before a certain time, none of them had an H in front of it.
Nope.
All those English words did not have an H in front of them to begin with.
That's why we don't say it with the sound now.
That's why we don't do it. And the funny part is he went through the whole thing of the reason why. The reason why is because people got all hoity-toity and they thought it was more sophisticated to say the H. And they decided, no, we're going to separate ourselves from the random muckety-muck and we're going to say herb.
And honor.
No, they don't say honor. They say honor, but still herb. We're going to say herb. And so
And
the funny, this is
Hercules.
the one of those times where Americans actually say the word properly.
Okay.
We actually have the word correctly pronounced. Not the British way, because the English is weird in the first place.
I'm still trying to find a connection.
The Knuds, the Knuds.
Oh, the Knuds?
The Knuds and the Knife and the Gnorms.
Oh.
The Gnomes.
Oh.
You
could have said sidebar because I'm literally trying to figure out what the hell.
That's what I said. I'm going to go on a tangent. Did I not state that?
I didn't hear that part.
You did too. You said
I thought your
agree.
tangent. I heard when you said tangent.
You
my
said I agree.
My brain heard. My ears heard tangent. My brain heard rant.
Okay. tangent. I meant literally down a completely separate path.
No. That's my fault. I apologize.
Okay.
I heard you say tangent, but my brain heard soapbox rant.
Oh no, I wasn't going there. I was just going to this.
And
part,
so I was like, okay.
This happens, and I'm sorry.
More of the
Gordon.
rabbit trail variety.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Gordon. This is not. This is literally what we do on a daily basis.
Quote, categorizing the constitutionally protected right to purchase firearms unfairly singles out law-abiding merchants and consumers alike.
I'm sorry. Wait, hold on.
Letter.
Hold on. Can you read that again? I missed a little bit.
Categorizing the constitutionally protected right to purchase firearms unfairly singles out law-abiding merchants and consumers alike. End quote.
Oh, categorizing it. Okay, yes,
Right.
I agree.
According to the Wall Street Journal, Attorney General signed the letter until last night, and Virginia's office joined Tuesday morning.
Good.
In a blog article from Visa, the credit card company stated that many quote-unquote misunderstand the purpose of merchant category codes.
Okay, give it to us, Visa.
Quote, many misunderstand that what that means and are in turn advocating to the use of the MCCs to quote-unquote track gun sales as a potential tool for combating gun violence.
Okay.
That's not what merchant codes are designed for.
Okay.
Nor should they be.
Right. Can I ask a question, Visa?
Sure.
Just a quick question.
Sure.
Okay. If you use that merchant code, right?
Right.
Okay. On any if let's say I decide to go buy some groceries, and you've got a merchant code specifically for groceries,
right?
Will you know that I bought groceries, Visa?
The company explained that the codes only distinguish the type of retailer, not the items purchased.
Okay, once again, Visa, if I go and I buy some home supplies, okay, so I have to go to like a Home Depot or whatever and get some home improvement stuff, right? And I get these specific items that are home supplies, and it has a merchant code. It's not a grocery store. It's a different thing. Will you know that I went to that I went specifically to, I don't know, a home improvement store that to get items related to home improvement?
You could have been making a potato gun.
Well,
It's very true.
I was
very true.
My brain goes, well, then you could be going to think of how much easier technically by that logic, how much easier it would be then for, say, a murderer to not be able to, because you could go to Home Depot and be like, no, I was at Home Depot. Forget the fact that I bought a tarp and I bought a rope and I bought bleach and I bought rubber gloves and all of this other crap.
Well, they could then dive into the actual receipt.
No, according to that, they were saying that the merchant's code just only tells you what kind of
but they also
stuff
have
you're getting.
They also have the stuff on.
Quote.
Uh-huh.
They are 4-digit category codes.
Yep.
Used only to classify the type of business a retailer operates.
Okay.
However, MCCs do not give Visa or any other payment network visibility into product-level data, also known as SKU-level data.
Okay, can I ask a question here? Once again, Visa. So you have specifically 4-digit codes, right?
Yeah.
Category codes. They're 4 digits. Now, let's say the government decides that they want you, and they give you a warrant. Whether or not it's legal or not, you don't know, but the government gives you a warrant and they say, Visa, I want you to look up all of the purchases using the MCC code, the 4-digit code for this. Would you not only be able to do that very simply and easily because it's a search of a code, but also would you turn that over to the government or Visa?
Visa stated, quote, "We do not believe private companies should serve as moral arbiters, asking private companies to decide what legal products or services can or cannot be bought and from what stores set a dangerous precedent," end quote.
Isn't Visa a private company?
It is. Yeah. Supposedly.
Allegedly.
That's what they tell us.
Allegedly.
New MCC for firearms retailers was recently approved in response to mounting pressure on credit card companies to monitor gun sales.
Okay, so once again, the Visa question, just if you're literally doing this to specify gun sales because you're being pressured by outside organizations that also have ties to our government to help monitor gun sales specifically, even though technically you shouldn't have a merchant code at all and you shouldn't be worrying about what people are buying because you as a private company, all you're trying to do, Visa, is provide a service of funds that other people pay back. Whether or not they buy anything that's legal or illegal is not your problem. So in keeping track of that, Visa, because of the mounting pressure, aren't you then going exactly against what you just publicly said about being arbiters of good and bad and right and wrong?
There you go, using logic again. No, here's the thing, because just another angle to look at this is, by doing this code will work out fantastically because we all know that
just pay cash.
All of the private gun sales and all the gun shows and all of those stuff. I mean, the criminals that are getting a hold of these guns,
the back alley
these
deals.
crimes, these back alley deals. We all know that they're using credit cards to buy them
every single time.
Time,
or checks.
Well, not as many checks as you think, but that's just because it takes so much time to fill out.
That's really true. Then it takes another 7 to 10 business days before it actually comes out of your bank. It's so obnoxious.
Card is digital. It's instant. It hits the thing. It's in and out. Boom, you're cleared.
Yeah.
I mean, you can use cash too, but who wants to carry around $6,000 or $7,000 at a time? You could get robbed.
Right.
Yeah.
By the person that you're trying to buy a gun from.
And call me stereotypical, but I don't think criminals are keeping a ledger. So a check's not going to work out.
So hold on. So what you're saying is that you don't think criminals keep books and update and monitor their finances for tax purposes?
I'm gonna say no.
Really? I find that shocking, though. I would think. I mean,
Al Sharpton.
There you go. Hillary Clinton. Bleaching servers.
Well, she wiped them clean. So.
Right. She
with a cloth. Yeah,
with a cloth. She just wiped it down.
At this point, though, what difference does it make?
Right, there you go.
Thank you.
See,
Thank you.
He plays so well with us. Tennessee AG Skirmetti. Montana AG
Sounds like somebody just can't pronounce spaghetti.
I know, I keep thinking that too. So it's like my 6-year-old. Warned that they plan to launch investigations into Visa, MasterCard, and American Express. If they move forward, they're planning to add the new code.
Good.
The letter from the 23 Republican Attorney Generals read, quote, "We will marshal the full scope of our lawful authority to protect the citizens and consumers from unlawful attempts to undermine their constitutional rights.
Good.
If we identify unauthorized blocking or intentional restrictions of legal commerce, we will take swift action to address such activity." That was according to Microsoft, MasterCard.
Okay. So hold on. Once again, just want to point out, if they're going to be monitoring the credit card company to figuring out whether or not they're using this new code legally or illegally, doesn't that also mean that they're monitoring all of our transactions?
Why do you say that like you're shocked, like you didn't know this was happening?
Oh, I know it's happening. I'm just putting it out there.
If the phone can hear you talking about nothing and send you ads about that, and you think that now the credit card companies are monitoring?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just pointing it out.
It's been going on for a long time.
Yeah. That's what it is. Well, guys, it's been real.
It's been fun.
It's
been
okay.
fun.
It's been all right.
I'm not going to say it's not going to do it the normal way.
It's been fun with this guy.
Right. Gordon Porter, host of the Percolating Perspective.
There you go.
Podcast. I know. It's almost like I memorized it for the past 10 minutes.
If you don't know the ADD, it makes a train loop.
It does. It does. Eventually I catch it, and once I catch on, I'm like a dog. Anyway, he's hanging out with us. Thank you so much, buddy, for hanging out with us. You guys can hear him and all his stuff pretty much anywhere you can find podcasts.
Anywhere you can find podcasts,
right?
yeah.
Right.
Just mention it around your phone. You'll find it.
Yeah. It drops Mondays, 6 a.m.
I don't know if that's true, though, Gordon, because if you think about it, it's technically conservative, and
they won't play it.
Promote that kind of stuff.
You're gonna have to push it yourself.
You're gonna have to do it yourself.
You're gonna have to salt and pepper.
Right.
That's true.
See y'all later.
Bye.